Hello and welcome to another episode of Wake Up! I am a Real Dorkie Hero and I'm so glad to be here with you nerds and geeks and people of the like. I'm fresh off the heels of Black Panther. We are fresh off the heels of Black Panther. As you can see, Wakanda Forever. I've seen it twice already. I'm gonna go see it again this weekend in IMAX. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. But it got me thinking, by this point, we are in 2018, and we've only been getting movies from Marvel and DC. I'm sure there are other comics that have been made into movies, but I can't even think of them. That shows you how many there are. And there are some that could really use a movie, like some that haven't even been considered that need a chance. We got my favorite book right now that's not Marvel or DC. It's called Deadly Class. It's, according to one of my dumbass friends, Hogwarts for assassins, pretty much. It takes place in the 80s, and it's about a kid that gets his ass beat, and he's homeless, and he gets drafted into a school where they teach kids how to kill people, and shit falls apart, like in the first book. I'm not doing it any justice, but it's an amazing book. So dope. My favorite thing that ever happened in the book was there's a riot happening in the city, and one of the students was who's very metal influenced. He loves old school metal. He wears vests and shit, and he's a very big dude. He's got windmill hair. Or what's that, dirty wine? Is that like when you whine? Is that
You dirty wine, my girl, dirty wine. You dirty wine, my girl, dirty wine. You dirty wine, my girl, dirty wine. You dirty wine, my girl. Mix it up now.
So for metalheads, that's windmilling, and for island folk like myself, that is dirty whining. Anyway, I'm so sure I'm gonna make a lot of black people mad with that one. But my favorite part is this is the first time we ever meet this character, and he's got the influence of Vikings and shit like that, and he has an axe of sorts or something like that, and people are rushing towards him, and for the next few pages, he's I'm gonna show you guys what happens when you fuck with me, and he fights everybody off. And instead of dialogue, it's all just lyrics from The Trooper, from Iron Maiden. That song is so dope. So to put that instead of dialogue for 2 pages is so fucking dope. I can only imagine how amazing that would be on a fucking movie screen. That deserves to be made into movie form. Now, there was rumors maybe a year, 2 years ago that Rick Remender, whatever, the writer for the book was going to have a Hulu series made. But given that nobody even knows what I'm talking about now, it looks like it may not be happening. Another book done by Rick Remender is Black Science, and that needs a fucking movie. Black Science is this guy who discovers a way to build a machine that instead of messing with time, it jumps from dimension to dimension. And so he has his team of people called the Dimensionauts that go with him and jump from dimension to dimension just to see how life is in other worlds. And the shit goes south, as you can imagine, and he ends up running into different versions of himself that have done the same thing, and each one has tried to fix it but made it worse every single time. And he has 2 kids and a wife that he was cheating on his kids with other kids. And
that's fucked up.
Yeah, he was being a father to another set of kids. He was cheating as a parent.
Oh, okay. You made it sound worse.
I know, I did. Anyway, and then there's other versions of him that did things differently in different dimensions, and I think the best thing, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but one of my favorite things about it is his name is Grant, and we start off with him, but we don't finish with him, even though the story's not over yet. We don't even continue with him. He dies somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd volume, and we continue with another Grant, and then he dies, and we continue with another Grant. So it's giving us different perspectives because it's different dimensions and different shit is happening, and it's so dope. And it's I don't even know if there was even consideration for a Hulu film, but the point is, these are books that need movies. Another one I heard that's really dope is Invincible. I haven't read it, but if I understand correctly, it's some kid that's the son of, I guess that universe's Superman or some shit. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know, but I just know that something goes wrong. What doesn't go wrong in a comic book? That's another one that I heard needs to get a movie. Didn't you tell me that was written by the guy who did Walking Dead? See?
Robert Kirkman.
So if that book got a movie, a show, why can't this one? Like, everything is Marvel DC these days. And don't get me wrong, I love... Damn. I really love the Marvel movies, but, like, we really only have had Marvel movies the last all of my life. Like, it's getting kind of boring now. I never thought I'd say that. Wow. Jesus.
We always have DC movies.
No, we don't. We don't have nearly enough DC. But I don't care. I don't like DC like that. Fuck DC. But
You're garbage.
they're pretty garbage. A lot of the movies are trash. But yeah, we need to get some Image Comics movies going. Oh man. There's a channel on YouTube. I think they are Bat in the Sun. I love Bat in the Sun. They've been great. They've been doing a lot of Batman short films, and they also do the superhero beatdown. In recent years, they got Jason David Frank, Tommy, to do both the Green and White Rangers in some superhero beatdown videos, and they've been in love with him so much so they gave him his own show. It's gonna make sense in a second. This is gonna be relevant in a second. They gave him his own show called My Morphin Life, and now like we see everything that goes on in his life. I think it's like 8 episodes of it. The point of me bringing them up though is there's apparently a comic book character named Bloodshot, I think. It's like a vampire. And they're gonna have him do it. Bat in the Sun is gonna make a Bloodshot movie. I'm assuming that's his name. And Jason David Frank's gonna play the character. I don't know the first thing about this character. I looked at a picture of him, then I looked at a picture of Jason David Frank, then someone painted a picture of JDF to make him look like the character. It made me shiver uncomfortably, and I don't think this needs to happen. I don't think that man needs any more exposure than he's already getting. But I guess that's just me. So yeah, we really need to I hate to say it, but we need to wake up and get out of this whole Marvel versus DC shit, start reading other books. Because the moment we start doing that, the more likely Hollywood is going to pay attention to those books, and then we'll get better movies. Because Deadly Class and Black Science need to get put out there. I also heard about Saga. I don't know the first thing about that either, but I'm told it's a dope-ass book that needs a movie. So, of course, as always, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends on Facebook. We are also on the Facebooks, Twitters, and Instagrams. You can find us at Dropping Loads Productions or A Real Dorkie Hero. That's me. And it's been fun, guys. As always, we love dropping loads.